Jake Fisher, Yahoo Sports is saying that the Knicks, what will the Knicks do? The Knicks have shown legitimate interest in Washington, sources said, as they examine their options. The Knicks appear more interested in Toronto guard Bruce Brown Jr., for whom the Raptors are seeking some return in the range of a first-round pick, compared to Atlanta's steeper asking price of 2 picks, and then some for Murray. It's become clear that the Knicks. Hey, why would you do that? It's become clear that the Knicks aren't willing to part with Quinton Grimes unless New York is trading the young swingman for a perceived upgrade, sources said, as opposed to swapping him for a different back of the rotation piece. Grimes continues to have fans in Atlanta and Utah, sources said. What sources are you talking about, Jake Fisher? What fans? Quentin Grimes has fans in Utah? Does he have like a, what do you call, a Mormon hive in in the Salt Lake City town? The Jazz roster several players, most notably Kelly Olynyk and Jordan Clarkson, whom the Knicks still have on their radar, according to league sources. I think that's okay. Here's the Dejounte Murray update too. The Hawks, despite making the bulk of their roster available, have won 4 games. Trae Young, from the beginning of the cycle, Hawks did not have to move Murray before the deadline. Hawks fans will surely remember the John Collins years. The Lakers, for example, will be eligible. The lack of teams with legitimate first-round ammo to trade before the deadline has been apparent around the league. In addition, the more stringent salary matching rules for tax teams also seems to be posing greater challenges for front offices. So this is major. The lack of teams with legitimate first-round ammo to trade before the deadline has been apparent around the league. So the Atlanta Hawks are pretty much worried about first-round draft picks for the Dejounte Murray deal, right? And salary cap matching because Murray's making around $20-something million a year, which isn't that crazy. But the Lakers are offering a 2029 pick, Dime. Well, don't you think if we're in 2024 in 5 years, I think part of what makes that first round pick unattractive is that the Lakers are so always gung-ho for going after superstars. So it's like, if I'm Atlanta, why the hell am I going to go after your Lakers first round draft pick? The Knicks got we got a Dallas one, we got a Detroit one, or whatever the hell we got. It ain't just Knicks draft picks, because we're trying to be good for the next couple of years, but that's why we loaded up on other people's draft picks, similar to OKC. I gotta unmute you, Don.
Oh, that does make sense. The Lakers always try to, like, they don't like being bad at all. They always want to bring in a new star. But who knows, after LeBron era ends, because every team LeBron leaves, they're never like good immediately after. Like, they do suck because he leaves them high and dry. So we'll see if that happens to the Lakers. You know what I mean? Because when Kobe retired, like, they accommodated Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Before he retired, they let him get paid to thank him for all he had done, even though he was hurting the team basically and not really allowing the younger guys to flourish. So, yeah, I mean, who knows what it's going to be like? Because it looks like LeBron's going to retire a Laker, but who knows? He's unpredictable in terms of when it comes to moving teams.
We'll get to LeBron in a second with his little towel gate and Brian Windhorst. I don't respect anything they're doing. They are reeling. I don't care how much you're worth, Rich Paul. It still hurts. It's still competitive. We'll get to that later on. The important piece, of course, if you're a Knicks fan, is pertaining to Quinton Grimes in that piece that Fisher from Yahoo Sports reported. We're not trying to trade him unless we get a legitimate spot, a legitimate player who can come in there and not just play out this season. We're talking about future seasons. And it makes a lot of sense because Quentin Grimes and Dante DiVincenzo, they spell minutes, but they're essentially kind of the same role. And defensively, Grimes is a better one-on-one guy, but DiVincenzo, he can fly around a little bit, work off the ball a little bit, weak side a little more, and just makes different plays. He's streaky. Grimes and DiVincenzo are both streaky. Neither one are set shooters. Neither one are premier shooters like that. They're going to be Buddy Hield-ish, but they have more, they play with a better IQ than Buddy Hield, especially Dante DiVincenzo this season. He's been just flat out amazing. So Grimes and DiVincenzo been spelling minutes. You got to replace Grimes with somebody who can play that much. Again, remember, he has to go, and we're looking for someone to play alongside McBride and to replace the IQ RJ Barrett minutes with the second unit. That's what's ruining us. I don't think Tibbs wants to ruin these guys or run these guys to the ground. And if you trade Grimes for somebody that can fulfill that role and a slight upgrade, especially on offense, it changes everything, and it tells you that the Knicks, what they're going after, the direction they're going after, and what to improve.